UDOT says new ramp meters in Draper will be turned on for the first time during tomorrow morning's commute. The meters are located at the northbound I-15 on-ramp at 146 South. They'll be then used during the morning and evening commutes from here on out. UDOT says the new meter will have a big impact on traffic flow in the area. Every 8 minutes, there's a car crash in Utah, and every 20 minutes, someone is injured in a crash. That's according to state statistics from 2015. With those odds, Utah law enforcement think you would want to buckle up every trip. Today, they launched their annual Click It or Ticket campaign. As new specialist Jed Boal shows us on the road to Zero Fatalities, crash victims who survive rarely need to be convinced. Right, Jed?
That's right, Dave. You know, over the next few weeks, police across the state are going to be working overtime looking for motorists who don't buckle up. According to the State Office of Highway Safety, more than 1/3 Utahns still don't buckle up, and that's just unimaginable to a woman who recently survived a crash.
I started wearing my seatbelt when I first started driving.
It became part of Helen Knipe's routine as a young driver.
Anytime if I don't have it on, it feels so strange. You feel unsecure.
2 years ago,
I was headed home from work.
That habit was tested.
Less than a mile from my house, going through an intersection.
She collided with another car.
I was wearing my seatbelt, so kind of all the airbags went off, it seems like, in the car, and came to a rest.
Ironically, she had just left a meeting on Utah's primary seatbelt law, new at the time. Knipe's job is to educate the public about safe driving behaviors.
I wound up not having any injuries at all.
Seatbelt usage in Utah, nearly 88%. That means approximately 362,000 Utahns still drive unbuckled. Nearly 1/3 of the people killed on Utah roads last year were not buckled in.
A lot of people in the big trucks think they're safe.
Michael Eldridge drove a garbage truck more than 30 years. He locked in the behavior after witnessing a terrible crash.
A girl had a head-on collision on a wet road on 13th East, and she was thrown through the windshield. It took the whole windshield out.
A crash can happen anytime, any place. You never leave your house in the morning thinking you're going to be involved in a crash.
She sure didn't think that 2 years ago.
But if I hadn't been wearing my seatbelt, I would have been seriously injured, if not killed.
No time to quickly buckle up just before the crash.
It's just going to happen, and so the best way to protect yourself is to always have your seatbelt on.
Yeah, it makes good sense. That intensification of enforcement begins on Monday with more than 1,000 extra overtime shifts over several weeks across the state. So click it or ticket. Guys?
Words to live by. Jed Boal live for us tonight. Thank you, Jed.
Campers